So there's really something to be said about confidence and personal truth. And I've been realizing for the past 24 hours that it's important to build such an extreme sense of confidence that there's nothing external circumstances can do to knock you down. And I wanted to tell a little bit of a story before doing this reading today. Yesterday, I was playing some street music, which I do kind of often, not as often as I should, because like I said, I have a lot of confidence issues. I have a lot of self-resentment and self-disappointment and fear of failure. So I'm just not out there like I should be. And this whole month I've been working on just pushing myself to extend past these ideas that I have of myself. And I see it surprisingly shining through everybody else that I've been encountering, but also it's been bouncing back at me like these little tests that are helping me to become stronger so that I can surmount these difficulties and get what I want out of life. So anyway, yesterday I was playing street music and I met this psychic, and usually I'm extremely open and receptive to psychic readings because, well, hello, I do them myself. And I've had several psychic readings done on me in the past, and most of them don't turn out well. And it's really because I think I project a lot of dark they're self-projections. They're things I think about myself, and I think I projected them really strongly. So the psychic reading that I got yesterday was all about how much pain I'm carrying and how much there's like things blocking me on a spiritual level, and I'm not gonna have any of my goals achieved before the age of 32. I'm 28 now, so she said that I wouldn't reach goals until I'm 32. And for some reason, this experience left me in a little bit of a lurch, and I was really kind of questioning, like, what if that's true and I can't clear these blocks myself? I need someone else to do it for me, because she also offered to clear the blocks for $20 a chakra, which is interesting. And I just had to go sit down in the grass and think about it, like what this experience meant. What could it have meant? It can't have just meant nothing. It can't have just been a bad reading, you know? I don't like to live life like that, to think bad things happen for no reason. And I came to the conclusion that these uncomfortable experiences that I've had with readers, where I felt really vulnerable and then preyed upon in terms of my own vulnerability, these are showing me how I want to read, the kind of reader that I want to be, which is somebody who motivates and heals. I don't ever want to be somebody who just picks up on people's projections of themselves that are negative and their fears. And like, if anybody experiences that from me, I would want them to call me out, because that's not the kind of reader I want to be. So really, I think it goes to show that that kind of confidence is important in our lives. And if we experience something that's gonna have an effect or even dent our confidence, I think we should think twice about for one thing, how it's not personal, and then another thing is how can we flip it around and turn it into an empowering experience. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little story real quick before doing this reading. So I'll start now. I'm using a different deck today. I just like to switch it up, you know, it's more interesting. This is the Prisma Visions. I wanted this deck for like 2 years. I wanted this deck. I just felt like I yearned for it for such a long time. And when I got it, it was just it has such a strong energy of its own. Like, the deck doesn't get you, you have to get the deck. You have to understand the deck. Because when you meet it on its level is when you start to unlock things with it. So I'm still forming a bond with it. So if I don't get much from these cards today in this reading, just be a little bit patient. Let's just see what, as always, let's just see what comes up. What do we need to know? Sorry. Messy shuffling. These ones, okay. So we have Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and Temperance again. You know how much I shuffle. We got Temperance again. Second day in a row. So this time things are getting a little bit more earthy and tangible. I have felt a lot of emotional waves that came up, and I don't feel anymore like there's this split between thinking and feeling. I feel more like this is a time of, I gotta think about it for a second. This deck is challenging. There's still patience that we need. There's still like this major sensation of being centered that we need to cultivate. So I think that should be the focus, is finding where we're calm, where we're the most calm, finding where we feel the most solid in terms of action, because there is some action happening. I want to pull another card about that. What kind of action? Whoa, dang. Page of Wands. Oh wow, he's so action-oriented. And in this deck, he's literally being consumed. I don't know if you can even see that. He's like tethered to a huge string of energy, and he's floating and just being completely consumed. So we need to just dive into that feeling of getting lost in what we love. That's such a major thing for this month, even though it's a brand new month, sort of, in terms of now it's Cancer season. I think it's the first day of Cancer season. But June in general has been a lot about true feelings, authentic feeling, and navigating through situations based on the truth of what we feel and clearing the thoughts that take us away from those things. So the action here is to first find a centering balance and then let us be consumed by what we love, by love in general. So there's just this major empowerment waiting for us. And I feel like we can make a choice. Like we have the potential now to make some sort of choice. It doesn't feel as much like there's so much conflict as there was just days ago. I'm gonna pull another card based on the choice. What choice? Here we go. The Hangman. The choice to move forward or stay and heal. Do we want to float around a little bit and gain more of an understanding, or do we want to kind of start making the plans for movement? That's what I'm getting anyway. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's the choice, is we're okay where we're at, but we can also choose to start brand new, basically. And we did get the Ace of Swords, which is major revelations, major truth. It's truth time. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair all the time. Major truth time. That's just shining the most brightly to me, is just this huge period of truth. And it comes from our states of waiting. Like a lot of us have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now it just seems like the truth is gonna come, and it's gonna lead us to remember we have a choice to stay and heal, or to be brave and move forward and be consumed. Either one is fine. Like if we need to heal from the past, we need to do that. It's okay. But there is movement coming. There's stability happening now. So really, whatever we choose, it's just gonna take us somewhere interesting. And I think that's it. Thank you to everybody who watched. I appreciate it majorly. And, oh wait. I did want to pull an oracle card, sorry. I forgot, I brought these with me again. I was like, I knew I forgot something. This worked really well the last time I did it. So oracle cards for me are like an added flavor to the reading. So let's get a flavor to leave with. This feels interesting, I don't know why. I think it's this one. It may or may not match the reading, but who cares? Vulture. So what is the Vulture? What does he do? He's an opportunist. This is a really tricky energy to leave off with, because it's really about picking and choosing what you need for nourishment, but it's just based on whatever's easiest. It's really, I don't think it matches the reading. But the Vulture has a lot of fear around it, and there's a lot of misunderstandings about the Vulture. So I can't really make the connection between stability and the Vulture, between being consumed with what we love and truth and whatnot and the Vulture. It just added a really weird confliction. But there it is. His message is to nourish yourself with opportunities, and if you see something along the way, just pick it up and see what you can do with it, I guess. Thanks, Vulture. Maybe that'll mean something to anybody who sees this. So yeah, I'm gonna end the reading here. Thanks again, and see you later.